Thanks for all coming. I'm a little bit humbled and honoured that so many will come to a press conference to watch us talk nonsense, so thanks for coming, that's the first thing. To answer your question, David, what motivates me? The same thing that motivated me the first time, just to get home safely. It was always the same in the first fight. I fight because, believe it or not, I actually enjoy fighting. I admit I've got a screw loose, but I enjoy having a fight. I can honestly say I don't enjoy the 12 weeks, well, this will be 14 weeks build up for this. I don't enjoy losing loads of weight or whatever it is that I've got to do in camp, but fight night, I love it. I love walking the ring. I love punching you in the face. I love getting punched in the face. Some of the stupidest and craziest things I enjoy doing. I don't know why. Like I say, I've definitely got a screw loose. So the motivation is still exactly the same as it was in the first fight. When it comes to why we'll take this fight, I mean, I just can't believe the analogy he's just used. Unbelievable. Robbing a bank, he's just... it must be you've run out of insults for me or nicknames for me. I just can't believe you used that phrase, robbing the bank. I didn't rob no bank. I got in the boxing ring, I punched you senseless, and I went home and kissed my kids and had a great night. So I'm just going to do the same again. I don't know what kind of speech you're expecting from me, but I haven't got one. December the 17th, I will turn up and I will win again, against all the odds once again. I know in my heart, deep down, and so does David, he still doesn't rate me. He still thinks he's going to blast me and walk right through me. The same as he did in the first fight. You know, everyone forgets and everyone brings up about the injury. Yes, I understand David did have an injury and showed an immense amount of bravery. Although I goaded him in the first fight and said that he would, don't quit. I knew he wouldn't quit. You don't get to the level that David Haye's got by quitting. You don't win the belts he's won by quitting. I knew he ain't going to quit. That's just all pre-match bravado. What I did know is, and what shocked him that I already knew, is I was going to take him to deep waters. David Haye fell apart because I made him fall apart. Pressure, just constantly not being able to hit me clean. And when he did catch me clean, he got the shock of his life. It's going to happen again on December the 17th. Don't be shocked. If anything, this fight's not going to go as long as it did last time. I know that might sound a little bit strange to everyone here, because he was injured last time, he's not going to be injured this time. Well, fingers crossed, I hope he doesn't. Like I say, my goal is two of us get home safe to our families. Ultimately, David's going to lose December the 17th. David Haye's career ends on December the 17th. That's basically all I really have to say. You know, thanks for coming, and tune in December the 17th. It'll be exciting, it'll be great. And I will walk the ring second and dance exactly the same way I did the first time, so thank you.
Thanks, Tony. David, Tony's saying you still don't have the respect for him. Is that true? Do you respect him, obviously having shared the 11 rounds with him, as a fighter and as a man? Certainly, there's not the pre-fight bravado that there was last time at the Dorchester, in your words.
Yeah, that's because we've both shared the ring together. I've been in the ring with him. I've dished out my licks, I've received his, and you know, when you do that with somebody, you know, whatever respect wasn't there prior to the fight is there now. I know turning up in the same condition, mentally, physically, spiritually, to this fight on December 17th, like I did on March the 4th, is not enough. I know that, and I know that because I've learnt to respect what he brings to the table. So in terms of his boxing ability, his durability, his heart, his desire, if I don't assume they're all 10 out of 10, I'm only going to be I'm going to underachieve. So I need to believe he's bigger, faster. I'm expecting him to be way quicker, way faster, his punch output to be double, his durability to be more. I'm anticipating someone who's 2 inches taller than him, someone who throws quicker shots, counter punches. That's all I can do is just assume a much better version of Tony Bellew turns up. And I believe if that does happen, I'll still be victorious on December 17th. But in terms of respect, yes, the respect's there. It has to be there. All you need to do is watch the first fight, and you realise after the fight the respect was there.
Did you make a massive mistake last time underestimating him?
I don't think I've underestimated people in the past, and I didn't train hard, for instance. I trained very hard for the last fight. You can see I wasn't blowing, I was in good condition. Maybe I just mentally wasn't, I don't know, maybe I wasn't mentally where I needed to be to get the best out of myself. Learn that lesson, won't make it again.
How confident are you that the injury is fully recovered and that the body is not going to break again?
I'm very confident. You know, I got 5 rounds out of myself in the last fight. I'm already doing things in training that I couldn't do prior to the fight. So I'm super confident that there's going to be no injuries whatsoever. I'm going to be the best version of myself. That's all I can do. And I've worked day in, day out to make sure that on Monday just gone, I hit training camp for the first real day, working strategy, working timing, working rhythms. I'm in good shape. I could fight tomorrow. If the fight was tomorrow, I'm in good enough shape. I'm 12 round fit right now. And that's a good place to be going into camp. All I need to do now is focus on the strategy, the technique, you know, the nuances that a lot of people don't understand about boxing. But come fight night, you get it. You're going to see something very different than you saw the first time round in the first fight.
Weighed too much last time.
What I weigh, I'll weigh. I'm a heavyweight, so I don't need to make a weight, or I don't need to be. I've always been like this, you know. As long as I'm doing the training that I need to do, as long as I'm sparring well, as long as I'm recovering, as long as I'm eating all of the nutrients I need to eat to recover and wake up the next morning fresh, I'll weigh. You know, I haven't got on the scales for a while now, and when I get on the scales fight night, I'll weigh what I weigh. But believe me, whatever I weigh, that's what I'm supposed to weigh. I'm not going on some mad crash diet, or I'm not, you know, bulky, having loads of protein shakes, bulking myself up. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just eating a very, very nice, balanced diet, training very hard, sleeping plenty, and I'm just focused on the fight.
Tony, is this as dangerous a fight for you this time round, or the fact that you've gone through it once, does it fill you with the confidence, maybe not overconfidence, but the confidence that you can do this again and do it quicker?
Every fight's dangerous, Adam. David Haye is a vicious puncher who can end the fight in the first second of a fight, so that doesn't change. I'm prepared for the exact same. David Haye, brilliant at what he does. Fast, good counter puncher, nice rhythm. I'm facing a brilliant fighter. It's as simple as that. Very, very dangerous, very, very powerful. I know, and David knows deep down, that he doesn't rate me. So, you know, he just nearly said it then. He said he didn't underestimate me last time. He's just repeated it again. Well, last time you said I was the worst world champion in world boxing. Last time you said you would drill me to the floor and it would be pretty quick. So if you didn't underestimate me last time, what has changed? I just don't get it, you know.
You got the victory, that's what changed. You won the fight.
Of course,
so that's why I now rate you.
But why?
You proved to me in the ring that you were way better than I thought you was.
But you've just said you didn't underestimate me. You've just said you didn't underestimate me. You've just repeated it.
I didn't underestimate you in terms of putting my body through the graft and the hard work needed to be 12 round fit for a fight. Correct, I didn't underestimate you. I made that mistake years and years ago. I don't do that now. Now I make sure I'm very, very healthy. I'm trained, so whatever happens in the fight, 12 rounds, I'm there. That's what. So if I'd underestimated you, I wouldn't have trained as hard as I did, but I did. And that's why I was still hanging.
I understand 100%. I do think you trained hard.
If I underestimated you, I wouldn't have trained hard.
Regardless of what the video said, but it's your personal, I understand how you're looking at me and what you think. You think you're just going to walk through me. And you know deep down you believe that because you're so egotistical, you cannot change. You will not change. You know, you trained very, very hard, yes, and, you know, on the yachts and stuff like that. I do believe it was for show. You know, I do believe you were training very hard. Your sparring partner, Jennings, said that there was no hiccups in training. Your sparring went great. But you've just repeated just a second ago and said, you didn't underestimate me. They were your words. Just a couple of seconds ago, you said you didn't underestimate me. So Why didn't you blow me away like you said you would do? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me.
Watch the
Dave.
fight back, you see. Just
Oh, I know why, because you missed
watch
like
the
a clown.
Exactly,
You
that's
missed by
why.
a mile.
That's why.
It wasn't even close.
Your own question.
I know, I made you miss. It was funny.
There you go, that's the answer.
I laughed, and then I kept continuing to make you miss, which you didn't think I could do. And if anybody looks back at the first fight, we get to the end of the 5th round. Funny enough, David knows this, he was in the ring with me. I said, "You're blowing out your arse now. Now your arse is mine." And then what happened in the 6th happened. They were the words I said to him. He walked off, and the rest was history. But, you know, at the point of the 5th round, and I know David doesn't want to bring it up because he's trying really hard to remain with this great persona that he's doing at the minute. He will revert to type soon enough. He will show us true colours. I'm just being me. But he will show us all again, trust me. I mean, Mazel Adam, whatever his name, you know, he's doing a great job of keeping him in position at the moment. Soon enough, he will be let out the cage, and we will see David for exactly like the first fight, exactly what he's going to do, exactly what he thinks of me, and exactly the kind of man he is. So, I just look forward to fight night. This is all nonsense to me. My life's been put into reflection. What I've been through in the last month, I wouldn't wish on a worst enemy, so it puts everything into, you know, into context. This is just another fight. This is just another fight. I've buried a brother-in-law within the last fortnight. People have no idea. So this is just another fight. David's just another guy I'm going to beat. And just bring on December the 17th.
Yeah, our thoughts are with your family, obviously, Tony, at this time. Looking ahead to the fight, once again, David Hayes being made favourite, and a big favourite with the bookies. What are your thoughts on that?
It's great, isn't it? Last time we were in Liverpool, David said, "You gang of retards," to my fellow Scousers. If you were so confident, bet all your money on Tony Bellew. They did, mate. They won a fortune. So, thank you very much. Adam, I've been underdog more times than probably most fighters who are going now. Every time I get matched, I'm always the underdog. Against Macabre in Goodison Park, I was a huge underdog. That's a British fighter in his hometown, in his own place, and he's a massive underdog. Against David, I was a huge underdog. Against Matthias Masternach, I was the slight underdog. Every time I'm an underdog, I find a way to come through it. So, like I say, David's a magnificent fighter. As a fighter, I've always respected him. I've admired him, looked up to him at times. I was walking around as an amateur boxer, studying and watching and wanting to be like David Hay when he was in a World Championship final against Orlando Solis in Ireland. I studied that fight, watched him hit him with one of the best uppercuts he had. Orlando Solis nearly breaks his back, doesn't hit the floor, carries on and beats David up because David gasses. That was as an amateur. I studied him against Carl Thompson, once again, beating Carl Thompson up. Just has a little bit of a problem with stamina. It's because of his style. It's an amazing style he's got. When he's on top, he's outstanding. He's brilliant. But when he's made to miss, when he's made to pay, when he starts getting frustrated, things go wrong for him. It's shown that throughout his career. Every top-level fighter that has beaten him has been learned to adapt mid-fight. Vladimir Klitschko beat him. Carl Thompson outlasted him. There's ways and there's formulas of beating David. I know because I've studied him for that long. Like I say, yes, I did admire him, look up to him as a fighter. It's only over this last 12 months I've thought, I'll just refrain from using language. It's a very nice in here today, so I won't say any nasty words. Just the kind of person and stuff like that. But taking that away, that has nothing to do with boxing. His boxing style is fantastic. He's a brilliant fighter. But on December 17th, he will lose to the fat boy, without a shadow of a doubt. I have no doubt in my mind, and this time it will be quicker, because this time he will continue to swing for the lights. Everybody goes on about injuries, whatever have you. I don't really care. I won, and that's all that really matters, and I'll win again on December the 17th. Keep this act up though, son, because you're doing absolutely fantastic so far, but you will revert to type soon enough. I know you will. I promise you will.
Finally, prediction time. David, can you justify those odds this time? And and make it revenge and then possibly get into a trilogy or a dream fight with Anthony Joshua? What's your final say on it?
Prediction for the fight is you will not hear the bell for the final, for the end of the fight. There will be no...
So same as last time.
Yeah. No, it's different from last time. Last time it was using...
It's not last time you said you'd leave me unconscious. Last time you said children will visit me in hospital. That's what you said. I'm just using your words, David, not mine. That's what you said last time. So your prediction is same as last time.
So the prediction for me is Tony Bellew will not hear the final bell.
Same.
That's the prediction. How, what round, I don't know. Whenever it happens, it happens. Depends how much desire he has in the fight, in my opinion.
I have more desire than you will ever know.
Then we're going to get into a great fight. Then he's going to go and hear the
There is
final.
no quitting me. This is what's the scariest thing. There is no quitting me. Don't get me wrong. I know you're very, very similar with a similar mindset. That's why you've done what you've done and got as far as you've got. But if you remember that text message I sent you last November, it still stands. We ain't spoke since, but it's the exact same person is sitting right here. And I will never quit. I will never give in. You will have to put me asleep to beat me. You're capable of it, but you're not going to do it. I promise you. The only person who's going to lose this fight is you, and you're going to lose it in a great fight, but you're going to lose it. You're just getting beat up. I can't wait to just can't wait.